In a recent interview, the cast of The Witcher: Blood Origin sat down to discuss their characters and what drives them. While they all come from different walks of life, they all have one common goal: to kill as many monsters as possible. In this episode, we dive deeper to understand this explanation and better know what drives the characters in the storyline. Before we start, what can you expect from the upcoming series as a fan? Firstly, this cast is a prequel series to the highly successful Witcher franchise. The new series will follow the story of the very first Witcher, known as the Butcher of Blaviken. The series will be set in an ancient world, before the events of the Witcher games and books, and will explore the origin of the Witchers and their unique abilities. The pre-conjunction world was a time when the elves were the dominant race, and society was divided into different social strata. The elves were proud and powerful people who had mastered magic and lived in opulent cities. They were ruled by a monarchy and had a strong military. However, they were also a divided people with different factions constantly vying for power. The lower classes of society were made up of humans and other races who were not as powerful as the elves. They lived in poverty and often resorted to crime to survive. However, they're also fiercely independent and had their communities. The pre-conjunction world was a time of great change. The elves were slowly losing their grip on power, and the humans were becoming more assertive. This led to a series of bloody wars that eventually culminated in the conjunction of the spheres, which destroyed most of the elf civilizations. The cast of The Witcher: Blood Origin includes Jodie Turner-Smith, Queen and Slim, as Isla, a fierce warrior with a tragic past; Matt Ryan, Constantine, as Elf, a skilled archer and tracker; and Yasin Atur, young Wallander, as Evo, a charismatic merchant. The three main characters will be joined by a host of other exciting new characters, played by some of the best actors in the business. Fans of The Witcher can expect nothing less than an epic television event, with the amazing cast and crew attached to The Witcher: Blood Origin. The series is sure to be packed with action, drama, and suspense, as the cast explains what drives their characters. Geralt of Rivia, played by actor Henry Cavill, is a monster hunter who is drawn into a conflict between good and evil. He is driven by his sense of duty to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Yennefer of Vengerberg, played by actress Anya Chalotra, is a powerful sorceress who struggles to find her place in the world. She is driven by her desire to be accepted and loved. Cyrilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon, better known as Ciri, is played by Freya Allan. Ciri is a young princess who is on the run from those who wish to harm her. She is driven by her need to find safety and her own identity. Was the pre-conjunction world dominated by the elves and divided into social strata? The pre-conjunction world was dominated by elves and divided into social strata. The upper class was the elves, who were born with magic abilities. They looked down on the lower classes, who were born without magic abilities. The lower class consisted of humans and dwarves. The elves treated them like second-class citizens. They were not given the same rights or privileges as the upper class. This resulted in a lot of tension between the two groups. The conjunction of the spheres changed all that. It opened up magic to everyone, regardless of their social class. This caused a lot of upheaval in the world. The elves lost their status as the dominant group. The humans and dwarves now had access to magic, which gave them a lot more power. This led to a lot of conflict between the different groups. Ghost Clan lived by the ideals of promise and integrity. For many, The Witcher is about Geralt of Rivia, a solitary, brooding monster hunter. But for those who have read Andrzej Sapkowski's novels or played CD Projekt Red's video games, The Witcher is about much more than that. It's about a world populated by monsters and magic, where humans are often the vilest creatures around. Geralt of Rivia is certainly the main character of The Witcher, but he is far from the only one. Andrzej Sapkowski's novels and CG Projekt Red's video games both flesh out the world of The Witcher in great detail, giving us a rich tapestry of characters and storylines to explore. Some would say that The Witcher is simply a dark fantasy story, and they'd be right, but there is so much more to it than that. The world of The Witcher is one where monsters and magic are real, and where humans can be just as dangerous as any other creature. It's a world that is constantly teetering on the brink of disaster, and it's up to Geralt and the other Witchers to try to keep it from falling into chaos. The Witcher is a complex and detailed world that has something for everyone. Whether you're looking for fast-paced action, slow-burn intrigue, or just a good old-fashioned monster hunt, you'll find it in The Witcher. So why not dive in and see for yourself what all the fuss is about? At its heart, The Witcher is about family, both the ones that we're born into and the ones that we choose. That's why Netflix's upcoming prequel series, The Witcher: Blood Origin, is so intriguing. It tells the story of the very first Witcher, a man named named Elvin, Jodie Turner-Smith. Elvin is part of a group known as the Ghosts, an elite group of warriors who live by a strict code of conduct. They're sworn to protect their homeland at all costs, and they follow a set of ideals known as the 3 promises. Promise 1, I will not abandon my post. Promise 2, I will maintain my integrity. Promise 3, I will never rest until my enemies are defeated. It's a simple code, but it drives the Ghosts to do what they do. In a new featurette, the cast and crew of Blood Origin explain how the 3 promises define the characters and how they relate to the world of The Witcher. The first promise is about duty, says showrunner Declan DeBarra. It's about being prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice for your people. The second promise is about being honest with yourself, adds Jodie Turner-Smith, who plays Elvin. It's about knowing who you are and being true to that. And finally, there's the third promise, the promise of victory. That's what drives the Ghost, says DeBarra. It's what drives them to never give up no matter what. These promises drive everything Elvin does, even when he falls in love with someone outside of his clan. As he struggles to balance his duty to his people with his desires, Elvin must decide what he's willing to sacrifice and how far he's willing to go to protect the one he loves. How do Yio's character and tattoos reveal the virtue of promises made shall not waver? Yio's character, Ivara, is a strong and independent woman who has made a promise to herself that she will never waver. Her tattoos reveal this to be true, as they are all symbols of her strength and determination. Each tattoo has a different meaning, but they all represent her unbreakable resolve. Her tattoos are a reminder to herself that she is in control of her destiny, and no one can take that away from her. Yio's character's tattoos represent the virtue of promises made shall not waver. They show that she is a woman of her word, and that she will never give up on her convictions. Her tattoos are a reminder to herself that she is strong and capable of achieving anything she sets her mind to. As we all know, tattoos are a powerful form of self-expression, and for actress Michelle Yeoh, they're also a reminder of who she is and what she's capable of. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Yeoh explained that her tattoos are a reminder to herself that she is in control of her destiny, and no one can take that away from her. I have 2 dragons on my back, which represent strength and power, she said, and they're also a constant reminder to me that I am the master of my destiny. No one can take that away from me. It's a message that resonates with her character in The Witcher Blood Origin, Queen Ciri. Like Yeoh, Ciri is a strong and capable woman who has faced immense challenges in her life, but despite everything that she's been through, she remains determined to forge her path and fight for what's right. Yeoh's tattoos are a beautiful and fitting tribute to her inner strength, and they serve as a reminder that we all have the power to control our destiny. What is the bottom line in all of these? The bottom line in the explanation given by the cast regarding what drives the characters is that they are all driven by a need to protect and serve the people of their kingdom. This is evident in the way that they go about their lives and in the decisions that they make. Each character has a different reason for why they feel this need, but it's ultimately what drives them to do what they do. That's all we had for today, guys. Stay tuned for our next episode. Thanks.